Hi, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here. I wanted to introduce you to a thing that I'm very excited to be doing with Amethyst Ascension in her Facebook group, Divination and Spirituality. I get it wrong every time, link will be down below. And throughout the year, she contacted various creators on YouTube and asked if we'd like to do some kind of, I don't really want to call it workshops, but you could call them workshops. So for each month, somebody would take a different subject and then they'll apply their expertise, their knowledge, their way of working into it, and then hopefully share with people to get them engaged in their tarot and using decks in different ways. And she's very kindly asked me to partake in November, December, because it's such a busy time of year. We've decided that this one will go across 2 months, or it can be done as quick as you like. So I have developed 13 prompts, and the idea is it works in the seasons of the witch, because I see the dark half of the year through to probably about February, when many people would refer to Imbolc or St. Bridget's Day as coming out of the dark period of the year. So my 13 prompts, which I developed and started last year, in fact, to work through, I thought that I would do them one a day. Very, very ambitious of me. So I am inviting you, please, to come on this journey with me and the Facebook group. Rochelle at amethystascension.com. So if you pop that into your search, you should find her. Has very kindly developed a beautiful digital journal to go alongside the prompts that I created last year. And of course, I have rehashed and revamped some of them as well. So it's not the same. And I will probably do that again next year as well, because I enjoy doing these so much myself. The caveat here is that if you find yourself short for time, you can pick and choose. You don't necessarily have to run through these in order. And in the prompt, there is one that hits with the moon release. So that is prompt number 3 in the journal. So you may choose to do prompt 1, 2, 3 quite quickly to get into that moon phase. And if you wanted to then do them, they should lead you to the next moon phase if you did them daily. But if you then wanted to pick your moon phases and perhaps finish on the winter solstice, being maybe the 21st, 22nd of December, you could choose to spread them across there as well. So I would love to hear how you all choose to work with these prompts and this journal. In the Facebook group, for those who don't do digital journaling, I will create a PDF that you can download for use this year. It will only be in the group for a short period of time for the duration of the prompts, and I will remove it in the as we move into what I would call like the new year. So the February, I will be taking it down and it won't be available, but the digital journal will still be available for you to get from either my Ko-fi shop or from Amethyst Ascension's Ko-fi shop. So I hope you do enjoy what we have created for you, and I will turn the camera around and show you the digital journal. I have downloaded it in 2 versions because I use a Samsung, I think it was an 8 Plus. A couple of years ago I bought it. It's a few years old now. And I use that one, and I have been using it for the most part in something called Note Shelf, which is a free app to take from the Play Store. And I have this year purchased a Penly app, which wasn't very expensive at all. Why did I do that? Because it said it works like the, is it Good Notes on Apple? So I have no idea, I have no Apple products, but it says it works that way. So I purchased the Penly app. If you have the Penly app, you cannot transfer journals that you're already working in across to the Penly app, or at least I haven't found a way to do it myself, but that's because I'm technologically kind of rubbish. I am rubbish. It's amazing that I've got to this point where I can download a journal, work in it. However, if I download direct from the Ko-fi store into my files and then take from my files and open it via the Penly app, it will now work in the Penly app. The Note Shelf and the Penly do work very differently, just to make you aware of that as well. So I am not used to working in Penly yet. It's going to take me a while to, and I don't know, I might just stick to Note Shelf because I've been using it now for so long that I have got used to how to work my way around it and kind of how it works and what I can and can't do in its limitations. Penly, I don't know what limitations it owns. I purchased fonts for Note Shelf, couldn't download them. I think the fonts now I probably could purchase, or not repurchase, sorry, I could probably look to download them from my Etsy link into the Penly app, but again, I haven't got a clue. So, let's leave this old gal to her devices. And I just, any of you that get hints, tips that you can share in the comments below, please do. It's all good learning for all of us. And I will take you on the journey now of what the hashtag SOTW 2024 should have in store for you. Okay, so here we go. We're going to bring up the Note Shelf app, and all of my digital journals have come from Amethyst Ascension. So all the ones I show in my videos are all from there, actually, because she's making such great digital content. And here is the one that we've created. So it is Seasons of the Witch, and it is it's called Updated because made some alterations to the first draft, and this is what we have. So we have this beautiful cover page, and as I say, the journal's created by her. So, you know, make sure you give her some thanks and praise and love. We have links on the journal, all digitally linked. So that one should take you to me. This one will take you to the Facebook group. This one will take you to Amethyst Ascension's pages, and this one will take you to my Ko-fi pages, which are still under construction. Now, this digital journal was designed for use a companion alongside the Seasons of the Witch 2024 hashtag. So what I do ask is that you use the hashtag SOTW 2024. Last year it was 2023, next year it will be 2025, and you see as I go on and so forth. In conjunction with Divination and Spirituality Facebook group as well, because then we can, like, when you press hashtag, it takes you to, you know, all the people that are sharing. So yeah, so we're going to do it over November, December. And it could possibly, you can take it into the new year, all right? So there is no rule about where you do or don't take it. So this was hosted by myself via here, my YouTube channel. Thank you to my lovely, wonderful watchers. And we hope that you find this a useful practice. And the journal obviously has been created by Amethyst Ascension with me helping give her the writing, but she's done all the beautiful works. Now, this has links to it. So we have... all of these are the different prompts that you have, and you can see we have 1 and 2. So if we go to, so we have front door, page 1. So page 1, your first prompt. Now this was developed around, I drew the WyseWytch'sHouse, and all the things listed in the house were the prompts, and that's how these prompts became created via my drawing, which is why we have lots of houses and gateways and things in the back artwork, which I think is just amazing. So the front door, what is the energy coming in for the autumn winter months? We have put in, Amethyst Ascension has very kindly, from her Love of Oracles spread deck, she's very kindly shared the New Moon in Virgo spread. I believe that links to the real sky. And the prompts there, so you can use this here, or you can use this one up here, and you can, depending on how you read, whether you need prompts or you like to do freestyle. So you could use the question up top for freestyle, you could use these for freestyle, and then you've got space to share your text and, you know, pop a picture. So this is meant to be a layered journal. You are supposed to layer over it. And then you have part 2, the front door, and this is the second part of the prompt. How can I work with the energy to my advantage and gain? So it's kind of a journaling, a thought process that goes here. So you have your main bits here, and then here you can take it deeper if you wish to, or you can change this into a different type of journaling about your wishes, your desires, you know, creating your kind of vision board in text format here, or a letter to yourself, your future self for 2025 perhaps, is what you can do with these prompts. Now on each page we have the magic eye, and the all-seeing eye will take you back to this page here from a link perspective. I know it's absolutely magic, and I don't know how she does it. Blows me away. The joke is, she said I should be able to do this. I absolutely cannot. So we have the intruder deterrent, you have your journal prompts here, and then you have like a second page for journaling prompts with something different. So try to mix it up so you have creative pages, non-creative pages, journaling pages, meditation pages, tarot pages within this. Hence the reason it's encompassing the whole Seasons of the Witch for the winter months, the darker months. Because in the Northern Hemisphere, the parts where I'm from, you would be using this time to prepare for the coming light. So that's why this is the way it is, or how I've designed it. It might be slightly different for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, but I'm sure you can get behind this and have some fun. Yep, so we have a viewing platform. So on the viewing platform, That was based on how do I judge others, the window twitcher, the curtain twitcher, the person that's always tutting at the person in front because they haven't done it the way they would like it. We all have that within us, I'm sure. And so that was about that, how do I judge others? And so again, you could do a freeform spread, or this one's based on, we kind of came up with the questions. So it's based around journaling prompts I already had, and we altered it to make it fit better. And then with our viewing platform page 2, so a little shadow work journaling on that. So based on what you get here, you have the option again to do some shadow work journaling here, or challenge yourself. Our intruder deterrent. So we have journal prompts, what gets my heckles up, what pushes my buttons and goads me. I hope you all know what that sentence means, because it didn't occur to me. Language, it does have nuances and changes. So heckles is, somebody purposely pushing your buttons, basically. It's just different forms of slang, I guess, use of English, goading you on, getting you, knowing they're goading you. Perhaps they absolutely know they're pushing those buttons. They know what they're doing and you're letting them. So how do you turn that around into a positive? So by knowing what that is, how do you turn it around? And then here we have create a protection spray, aroma, incense, sigils to help shield you in these moments. So once you know what it is, you can then create something that you can wear on your person, spray around your house, put at your front door. That helps to remove that energy from you, to stop that from happening as frequently. So you can see where we got the creative bits here. We have the room with no view. Again, so I'm not going to read everything out, because as we go through these, you'll get to see them all. And you have pages 1 and 2. So what doesn't need to be aired today. And you've got a bit of information there to go with, and some prompt suggestions. And then here we have, with your room with no view, a page to link your favourite places, people, supplies for meditation. So it's a kind of a meditation suggested prompt without going into too much detail. But here, you can just start listing them all here. What is it that calms your mind, body, spirit? What do you do for you to come out of those spaces? Or your favourite meditations, make it a grimoire list. So you can turn this into your own grimoire tarot journal for the Seasons of the Witch 2024. Lightning conductor. We have journal prompts again. So spark of inspiration, what energizes me. Now again, I did this last year with journal decks, with tarot decks and various oracle decks that I had in my collection. So you can do that here to get an idea from your cards, get a feel out of your cards. Or if you know instantly, you can just write it there. And then we have create some tasty treats in the kitchen to get your kitchen vibes going, and your kitchen magic. So something that gives you energy, share your practice. Now this could be as simple as your favourite matcha drink, or it could be those energy balls I see people rolling. I haven't made them, like dates and seeds and sesame seeds. Something, that you really need to refuel. Maybe it's a bagel. So what is it that you need when you need to refuel? We have your friendly ghosty journal prompt. How can we be more social this season? Again, I did that with decks telling me what I need to do to get out and about and be part of a community. And here we have creating a mystical brew to share with others. And I put suggestions: spice cider, tea, party punch, whatever it is that you want to do. So last year, I think I was told to go and be social. And then it's like, how do you be social? To be social, maybe have a party. And then what might I serve at my party? In the bubbling cauldron. We have our lucky black cat, what brings me joy and luck. Leading on from joy and luck, the witch's ladder. I didn't get around to making one last year. I did something different with this, but I popped it there because to create a witch's ladder for the new year can be a really good thing to do. And so I have popped this here as a suggestion. So a witch's ladder is, for those who aren't sure, you pick an intentional coloured piece of twine or string, quite long, and then you collect symbols, bits, charms, earth, rocks, branches, twigs, whatever you want, and you tie them into it. And each item has a meaning, and it can be as many or as few as you want, I believe. I don't think there's a limit to what you can put on them. Feathers, whatever you find that's fallen that you want to put in there that means something to you and has a meaning for luck and whatever you want to put in there to bring to you. And then you can hang that in your garden, off a tree, in your window as a dream catcher. So I've popped that one there. I'm not sure if originally it would have been a red string, but, things change. Perhaps you want it for voice, so it might be a blue string. Who knows? The backrest journal prompt, what is my go-to comfort habit and what makes me cozy? Now with the back prompt, this one, love this one. For the back prompt for this one, we have created a bunch of hashtags within. So it's a 4 hashtag prompt. So you can do your basics here. And then here, I'd love to see you bring this in as well. So this is the hashtag cozy 4444 for this one. And the idea is, so what I want to know from you in a VR perhaps, or IG, wherever you want to put it, is I would like to know what your top 4 cozy feeling tarot decks are. Now, I don't have a lot of the ones that have come out lately, and I've seen some beauties. Is it called the Cozy Witch Tarot? Those, I bet many of you have got those. Love to see what you've got and what you come up with for this, like what makes you feel the feels of cozy for this, kind of season. The top 4 cozy feeling oracle decks as well, if you don't have tarot decks. The top 4 items that bring you comfort. So that could be, for me, that might be a blanket, my favourite squishy blankie. It might be my favourite drink, it might be my favorite mug, it might be my favorite seat, whatever it is that brings you comfort. It could be my favorite bath and bubble baths and things. And top 4 items that bring you comfort. So when you can't do your cozy thing for comfort, what brings you comfort that you'd maybe might carry around with you or at all times? Now, I know for some people that could be charms on keys, that could be photos of loved ones, relatives that they keep in their wallets. So that gives you an idea of what we're going with there for activities to keep it cozy. So with this prompt, we ask that you do the hashtag SOTW 2024 and the hashtag COZY4444. And it's that because it's 4 prompts. 4 prompts bring stability. And when I think of 4s, I always think of, in this context, I always think of the 4 of Wands. I think of that sort of unity party element of the 4 of Wands, the sharing, the creating safe space, the happy environment. So here, I could have called it the 4 of Wands spread, to be fair, but we liked that one. We like the hashtag cozy 4444. So please do come along and do this one. And then we have the pumpkin patch, and we have, oh yes, I like this one, the magical toad. This one's the Kiss the Toad spread. So this one we've created as well for this magical journey. And it finishes, the last question is a message from my Wyse Witch house, because as I said, this started out with the Wyse Witch cottage and the Wyse Witch house. So that could be your inner self, your inner knowing, your intuition. It could be from the ether, from your ancestors, whoever you wish to call your Wyse Witch's house. All right, so that one will be fun to hear what you'll get from this one. That's just a little fun spread to do. And we have again our magical toad journal prompts here. And to finish off the whole season, for me, we have the bubbling cauldron. So create a solstice potion to soak away the achy bones, remove negativity, be as creative as you want. You can make bath, what would you make to really make you feel luxurious and warm? I always go, because when I get cold and I need to be warm and cozy, I go for baths. So I have big bath soaks, bubble baths, oils, bath salts, and these are things that you can make and concoct and create yourself. So that's why I've gone with those as the main parts here. Also, FYI, as this gets you towards the 21st of December, these things can be beautiful gifts to gift out to people as homemade items. So there you go. And the journal prompt here is to really infuse the senses of what you've done in the previous one, is to write about your, how did you feel? How did it make you feel? Did you feel shifts? What were they? How significant were they to you? What might you do differently? So this is you again getting back into your book of shadows and recording your experiences and how you might change for next year. So there you go. And then we have pages for your extra notes. So you can list your decks, your herbs, I can't think of the words, things you've got from your apothecary, whatever you've used, you can pop in here, links, favorite channels, your favorite deck, so everything, you've got space here. And of course, with these always, you have the ability to, in Note Shelf, edit, select the page, and I can duplicate it, insert page below, done, I can close that. And I now have 3 pages of extra notes. 2 under 2, and if I wanted to, I could put another one under 1, because I'm duplicating this page and its links. So when I go to extra notes, it will take me to the first page of 1, or if I pay 2, it will take me to the first page of 2. So I can't select whether I want to go to the next page of 2 or not. And it's the same throughout this whole journal with this one. So there we go. I think it just looks amazing. Yeah. And if you noticed, keen eyes among us, we end the bubbling cauldron on the front page, the beautiful artwork from the front page of this stunning, stunning, stunning journal, which is here. So with the links, just to show you what my page looks like on Ko-fi, here is my page on Ko-fi. It's still under construction, as I have said. These aren't available to download yet. These will be available at time of me putting the video up, so I can't show you it in the shop, but it will be here in the shop for you to look at the time of this video going to print. If we go to this one and have a look at Amethyst Ascension. So she's got loads of stuff, including decks. This one, I need to get my bottoming gear and get that one ordered so it's here in time. I love this deck. And where were we? Digital journals. I believe we go under digital journals, or it might be under free items. Again, it's not here yet, but you can see all of her journals are available to get. And there are some free items. So I think this is where she's going to be having it when it comes up, because this is where the Past Lives Club digital journal was as well for Companion. So you just click on the item that you want. You can donate some money there if you wish to. So, or if you don't wish to donate any money for the hard work that's been put in, then you can obviously put 0 in there. But you know, you could donate like $2-3 for the gesture and all the hard work that's gone into this, and it's all there. And that one will take you to my YouTube channel, as I said. This one will take you to, I believe, yep, the Divination and Spirituality group. So when you join this, you need to answer the questions. And if you don't answer the questions, she's not going to let you in. But there is a group chat in here, and you can also share your prompts within the group chats that get created for the specific times of the year and the topics that we're doing. And there's also a messenger chat that goes with it, so you can ask questions in messenger chat. But the idea here is that it's not led by me, it is led by the group, and the group get to answer and talk and share their ideas and prompts and things, and how they've dealt with them in this group. Penley. So I have already downloaded it into here. So again, it works the same way. Now I have the option of scrolling up, down, or sideways, and I like to scroll up and down. I don't like to scroll that way. And it looks exactly the same in here. The links work in the same way. It takes me back and forwards. And as I say, I'm still working my way around this one. However, I believe what's different with this one is that right? I did that. I think. Yeah. So I can just write directly on here, but I haven't worked out how to turn that to text. There's a rubber. I get the rubber. Sorry, I didn't see this opening up over here. I get this one. Needs fingers, obviously. Let's pop him in there. I think he looks lovely. There he is. So this, you move around this way. I can't do it with my finger. It has to be done with a pen. So this is what I mean about things being slightly different. And I can make him a bit bigger. I can pop him in the corner there. And then I can add my cards independently over here, and then I can still type here. You can see what I mean when I said I'm going to have to work out how I wish to do this. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I literally have no idea. So where's my keyboard? Oh, I haven't got it. I need my Bluetooth keyboard. Okay. You can see I need to work on how I'm using this. Whereas in the Note Shelf app, you can type on the screen. I don't need my keyboard to attach to the item. But then I'd be able to type in there, and then I can move it around if I remember correctly. That's just that. That is, yeah. There we go. Okay, so just to give you an idea of decks and things to use, this is last year's in my journal. As you see, here is my WyseWytch'sHouse. Here is how the PDF looked last year. It has been updated for this year. As I said, it's changed because we've changed some of the things and themes within. So your prompts are there, and in this one you can see purple and black text, and that is the 2 different pages of prompting and tarot work to do. So you have your tarot works, usually for these is the black prompts, and then the purple prompts are the kind of creative aspects, the journaling, creating, the Book of Shadows side of things. Now then, an example spread for prompt 1. So I did an example spread. For that example spread, these cards came out, and I think I chose to keep this because it felt like it was actually relevant. So I've popped my cards down, and I've just put a little bit of spiel there in my type up, and then I've added some items. And this was doing prompt 1 a different way altogether. So the prompt is, what is the energy coming in for autumn and winter months? And then how can I work with this energy to my advantage and gain? So I did a much bigger spread, as you see, and gave a bit more time to it, and then popped some information here. And I haven't finished typing it up because that's the way my life rolls. And I've used multiple decks. So Bone, Stone, Earth, Flesh, 78 Doors Tarot, and Seasons of the Witch, Mabon Oracle were the ones that I used for this one. And I loved the fact of using 78 Doors because it felt like that doorway opening. Again, here we have Bone, Stone, 78 Doors, Seasons of the Witch, Mabon Oracle, but just a very different looking spread altogether. Prompt 2, the magpie, what causes me woes and things. So this was a spread. I say spread. This is a set of decks that I found talked really well together. So we have the Vampires Tarot, the original deck. We have the Tarot of Vampires, the new one that came out last year. We have the Les Vampires Oracle, and we have the Lonely Souls Oracle. Now I found placing these in a foursome gave me a really good understanding of some internal insight. I don't know quite how, but they did. So together they really worked beautifully. So they've kind of become a pairing, quadrupling, a foursome, if you will. Here we have another prompt. I've used the Macabre Tarot, the Archeo Oracle, and a Fated Pocket Love Oracle to get my kind of spreads. That's just, like I say, free-flowing, just using multiple decks to answer things, because that's how I like to do things. And we have the Bone, Stone, and Earth, Flesh Tarot again here with the Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle. And then I had the Enchanted Spell Oracle by Priestess Moon. And this one, we have multiple decks again on here. Look at these ones, don't they work well together? So we have some Carrie Paris, is it the Ancestors of the Dead Oracle? I've got the Diary of Skeleton. Looks like the Hush Tarot, the Halloween Tarot. So there's a few in that one. That one was good fun. I do like to see how they all interact. For this one, I used, again, decks to suggest. So this was creating that aroma for the shield or spray or incense or sigil. So I used decks. So I used the Vampire Tarot. I used a key that I already had present. So I've put a picture of that here. And for a rune, I pulled out Gebo. And I used a Priestess. Nope, I didn't. I used a Lenormand to get the symbol of something there as well. So I can't remember. Is that the whip or the broom on the Lenormand? And yeah, those are the only ones I've transferred across into this journal from last year. Hopefully that will give you some ideas of decks and things that you can use and that you're going to really get in, dig in, enjoy this. I can't wait to hear from you all. The only thing that you can add that I haven't mentioned is when you do these prompts, if you do them alone, I'm going to do them as hashtag Seasons of the Witch 2024, hashtag front door. So I know the second prompt that goes with it. So please do join along and do the same thing. That'll be on the PDF as well for people. But it's not in here because it's not a needed thing. As long as you follow that first prompt, the first hashtag, hopefully we'll all find each other. So show me what you got. I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye.